William Hutchison, Armenia, Colombia Realty for expats. I thought today that I should update pricing. I am getting quite a few phone calls from people, most of them from the United States, that are struggling. It's understandable. I can't believe what's happened there as far as cost of living is concerned, food, insurance, transportation, all of those kinds of things. So I would just want to go through the potential and the cost if you came to Colombia. As always, I suggest if you're considering Colombia, I know there's other countries in the world too that retirees are looking at, but you come here and you rent for a period of time. Maybe you rent forever. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to buy. Although speaking of that, I'm not sure the market has hit the bottom, but there's a real glut of properties here for sale. And it might be a good time to consider it. It might be better a year from now. I don't know. I can't see the future. But I see a lot more price stability in the market, and I think I'm seeing people more reasonable in their asking prices. I'm continuing to turn down listings that are 25 and 30% overpriced. The way I look at it is I'm offered a listing, and at that point I can accept or reject. And if I don't like the terms that are being given to me that I have to pass on to buyers, then I just reject the listing. But getting back to the cost of living, I'm going to attach a link to International Living. They did an article, I think it was January. I just came across it today, and I'm going to attach the link to the bottom. There's a few things in there I don't agree with, but they're talking mostly about the expensive cities, Bogota, Medellin, Cartagena. And I don't know a lot about those cities. I have to accept their numbers, but I do know a little about Armenia after being here for 14 years. And let me just go through the estimate of what it would cost for you to come here as a couple. Not as a single, but as a couple. As a single, maybe you'll pay a little bit less for services, a little bit less for food, but let's use the numbers for a couple. There's three big categories. You've got rent, you've got food, and you've got your services. And right now, in a good barrio, a furnished two-bedroom condo, perhaps 750, 800 square feet, can be rented for between $400 and $450 a month. Now, there's some talk here about signing a contract. Some of the owners will insist on a 1 year. That's fine. In some cases, we just pay, say, 3 months up front. We get the condo, no contract involved, and then after that we go month to month. So there's some ways to work around any of those kinds of situations. The rent, as I said, $400 to $450 a month. In a good barrio, 5 or maybe even a 6, and let's go in the middle at $425. Your food for a couple, and this is all inclusive. This is, you go to the grocery store, you buy anything that you can buy there, comes into the food budget, as it does for me. So if it's toothpaste, shampoo, kitchen towel, if you spend the money at the grocery store, then for me it just comes into the grocery budget. I'm not interested in being that accurate. But that will cost you no more than $250 a month. That's for a couple. The other big area is going to be your water, electricity, your gas for hot water and cooking. The gas services here are on instant heat, on-demand water heaters, the internet, the television, and your cell phones. That should not cost you more than $150 a month. So you're right in around $800 a month. Now you have your discretionary spending. The amount of that is basically entirely up to you. I can tell you that you can go pretty much anywhere you want to go in Armenia, or that you need to go. For example, from the north end of town here to the medical center is $2 each way. And in the international living, they have, I think, $90 a month in for taxis. You don't need anywhere near that. On the other side of the coin, they have a cleaning lady 3 times a week for $100 a month. There's no way it's going to be at least $200. But you need a cleaning lady 3 times a week. Some of the other numbers are okay. They make a mention there of buying water. I think it was in Medellin for 80 cents for a 600 mil, I assume. I pay 21 cents here. So there are some discrepancies between Armenia and that article. But I think all in, including your insurance premium, which I'm not sure is 12.5% of your income. I think the rates with SIR at least are based on age. There's no restrictions on pre-existing conditions. It's against the law here to turn someone down for a pre-existing condition. So easily under $1,000 a month. If you're eating out a lot, then obviously it's going to be more. But the best steakhouse in Armenia, you get a very nice meal for, even with a glass of wine, for probably about $30 a couple. If you pass on the wine, you're looking at perhaps $25. You can get a nice breakfast. The International Living here has a breakfast overpriced. You can get a nice breakfast here for a couple for $6 or $7. Lunch maybe 10, and then if you want to go to the steakhouse, it's 25 to 30. So anybody that's struggling back there, you have to look at Colombia. I'm not saying Armenia, but if you're on $1,400 or $1,500 a month social insurance and you want to start to live again instead of just exist, then it's worth looking at. We're here to help you. You can send me any information you want. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to look at links. I'll help you out. We started the channel to help gringos. I got tired of seeing things happening to gringos that shouldn't be happening and would not be happening if they had someone that could help them through the process here. It's very different. The culture's different. I mentioned in a previous video, don't come here with an arrogant attitude and that you know it all. And I can't put it any other way to you. The system is different. The Colombians are opportunists. They'll take advantage. They look at gringos sometimes as their personal ATM. Okay? So that's it for today. Get in touch. The links are down below. I'm once again happy to talk to you. I'm on WhatsApp. You can email me through Armenia Colombia Realty for Expats or here. Okay, have a great day. William Hutchison, Armenia Colombia Realty for Expats. I live in paradise, and you can too.